Greetings everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Lady Starfire, and so today I want to bring you something a little different. I want to teach you about sigils. Sigils are a magical symbol that you create, or maybe it's been created for you. And today we're going to learn how to make some. I have a little different setting today. Today we're in my reading room so that I've got my table so that you can hopefully see things a little better. I'll do my best. And if I need to, I can pop up some pictures for you. So anyway, let's get started and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so today we're going to be working on making sigils. Now, a sigil is a magical symbol that you either create or that is already created. It may be a pentagram, a Salem seal, one of the many Moses seals, or like I said, you can create it yourself to mean what you want it to mean and what you need it to mean, okay? So there's many different ways of making these, and I'm going to try to show you a few different ways, and you can come up with your own. It's fine. Now, there's no right or wrong with it. But what's important is that it means what you want it to mean. It's got your energy and your intent in it, okay? You can carve these into candles. You can put them on doors or above doors, on your altar, you know, wherever it is that you need this sigil. Now, just because you make a sigil and you put it on a candle and you light that candle and burn it, it's just like anything else. You still have to do the work. You know, say you do one for a job, you still got to go out and put in applications, okay? I know this should go without saying, but I'm going to throw that out there anyway. All right, so in doing these sigils, you know, there's different ways. You know, you can do them with a single word. You can do them with a phrase that states your intent, like I attract whatever. I will get a raise. I am protected. All right. So like I said, there's different ways of doing them. There is, you know, we've got a number wheel here. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. You can do the numbers in whatever order you want to. You can go all the way around. You can alternate them. It's really what feels right to you, okay? It's like this is another one, all right? So this is how you use the number wheel. There we go. Is you create your alphabet, all right? You create your alphabet over here to correspond with the numbers, and then you use it, you know, with the number wheel. You can also do one of these, and once again, the letters can go in the boxes wherever you want them to. Sorry, there we go. Got it off the light, or off the shadow. So, like I said, there's different ways of doing it. And even regardless of which one of these you use, there's still various ways of doing them. So let's just do let's see, which one do we want to do? How about I am protected? Let's do something good. All right, so we have I am protected. Okay, and as general rule, you want to use capital letters. Okay, so now once again, there are different ways. Some people just simply remove the repeating letters. Okay, some you remove the vowels. Some people remove the vowels and the repeating letters. All right, so like I said, it all depends on you and what you want to do. There's another way of doing it that is really neat as long as you're artistic, but I'll try to show y'all. All right, so let's just say we're going to remove all the vowels first. All right, so that means we're going to mark out the I, the A, the O, the E, and the other E. All right, so then if we're going to take out any repeating letters, we go across. Well, we have two T's, so we'll take out the second T. So that leaves us with an M, a P, an R, a T, a C, and a D. Okay? So now if you're wanting to use a number wheel, then we would come over here to see what numbers attract with this. And I'm hoping you can see this. I don't know if you can or not. I'm trying. There you go. Maybe that makes sense. Like I said, I'm trying to get this where you can see it, but it's not necessarily working, I don't think. Anyway, all right, so the M comes over here and is under the 5, so we're going to put down a 5. The P is an 8. The R is a 2. The T is a 4. C is a 3. D is a 4. Okay, so we're going to use this wheel because it's bigger and I think maybe you can see it. So we're going to start here at the 5. And now this goes from 5 to 8, all right, which may be a little more difficult. But so basically we're going to draw a line here, okay? All right, so we drew a line from the 5 to the 8. All right, so then we need to go from the 8 to the 2. All right, and then we're going from the 2 to the 4, the 4 down to the 3, and then it goes back to the 4. So you can go back up the same line. You can make a different line that kind of goes over. All right, so this would be our sigil based on this number pattern. All right, once again, you can use different number patterns, but that would be our symbol for this, which would go something like that. Okay. Now, if you don't like it, use a different wheel. Change something with your wording. Another way of doing that would be to use this. So, and we're just using our letters that we have left over. So that means we would go from the M to the P, down here to the R, up here to the T, over here to the C, and down to the D. Okay? And these letters can be, they don't have to be in order. They can be wherever you want them to. Okay? So, this is how you use these, doing this. You could also not take out your vowels, only take out repeating letters. And yes, I know this is very confusing. But, play with it. The more you play with it, the less confusing it is. Okay? So the other way that I had talked about, where you use the lines and the curves, is, all right, so we're going to use the same one. So we're going to do I, and I'm going to try to make my letters a little more squared off. R. Okay, so once again, we have the I am protected. Now this time what we're going to do is we're going to change, get rid of lines that are the same. All right. So, so just taking the I, we have a straight line down, and we have, the lines going across the top, unless you don't, maybe you make an I with just straight line. Do what you need to. All right. So now with the A, we have an angle this way, which actually, I guess what I should have done here is we have a top line. Basically we have a straight line because the I has it on top and bottom, and we have a straight down line. All right, so we're going to get rid of that. So it looks kind of like a -1. Now, because of the A, we have a slanted line this way and a slanted line that way, but we already have a line going across. Okay, can you see we got across, got down, and we got our 2 slants. So we're going to skip that part. Now the M, depends, whether you go up and down or angled, we also already have those. So we don't need anything from that. So we can mark off that one. All right, so our P, we have a straight down line, but we have what's called like a backwards C. Okay? The R, we have the straight line down, we have the backward C, and we have a slant line. So we don't need to do anything with that one. Okay, then we have the O, which gives us a circle. We don't need the T, we have both of those. We don't need the E because we have all of those letters. The C, we can use, because now we have a forward C. All right, we already have a T with the E, and then the D is pretty much the same thing as a straight line in the backward C. So that leaves us with these symbols right here. Get that up where you can see. Okay? So then you take those symbols to make you, a design. Now this is where being a little artistic can come in handy, and you can figure out where you want to start. Okay, so we don't have anything cool like an S or anything in this, so I'm going to say let's just start with the circle. Now granted, we have the two C's that could have made a circle, but I kind of like having the extra in there. So I want to put one of them here and put one of them there. And then, let's go a line here, one line down there. And we come in here and put one straight down. I'm going to do my cross over here. Okay, so that's the little design that I've come up with. Once again, you can do it however you want to, all right? Because what's important is that it means something to you. So, there's all kinds of ways of doing this. And, like this wheel here is numbered different from that wheel, okay? So, the first one we did would actually come up different. So, let's see what that one would have come up with. So, we go 5 to 8, 8 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 3, and we can leave it there, or if we want, we can, I think I'll leave it. I think maybe we won't come back to the 4, because that's a repeating, and it really doesn't do much unless we just really want to. So this one gives us here, there. Okay. So the same thing here gave us this design, okay? And now we have that design by using a different wheel with the numbers in a different order. So you have to figure out what works best for you, okay? And, you want it simple enough that you can use it, but not so easy for somebody else to figure out what it is. So say I am protected. I have my protection candle. Now, if it's one that you can carve in, then simply, carve that in the candle. If not, you can draw it out and put it on the jar. You could draw it on the jar with your, Sharpie or something, or paint, or however you want to do that, okay? But once you have finished getting all this together and you've got your sigil the way that you want it, write it in your book of shadows. Write down what it is that, you stated, I am protected. Write down what method you used, okay? Did you use, if you used the number wheel, write down the order that the numbers are in. If you used one of the letter wheels like this one, okay? Let me get that up there and make sure you see which one I'm talking about. Draw that out. Something so that you know how you came up with this later, so if you want to do it again. And then, and be sure to draw out your symbol. This symbol means this. Because then, if you want to use it again at some point, you flip to your book of shadows. Here is my protection sigil. Here's my money sigil. Here's my love sigil. Here's my whatever sigil. Okay? And it's easier then, instead of having to go back and make a new one, you have your sigil that you've already done, that you like, and that works for you. Okay? So it's really important to, keep up with these things. This is the whole purpose of your Book of Shadows, is to keep up with your magical workings. So that you know what works, and when you need it again, it's right there. Now, if you want to make a new sigil every time, that's okay too. But if you've got one that you did and everything just worked amazing, then I definitely want to have it down to use it again. And it's also important that while you're doing this, that you're stating your intent and that you are saying, yes, this means this to me. So now I am protected. I am good. Nothing can harm me, and be specific about it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying for you to use this particular sigil that I just drew out. You need to make your own. This is just an idea. It's, based on the charts that I used here, but it doesn't mean that that's how you have to do it. Okay. I made two different ones. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose that one over this one. But then again, you never know. And it can depend on which method you use. You can come up with your own method. Nowhere does it say that you have to do it any of these ways. Come up with your own. It's fine because it's your sigil. So there's no right or wrong with it. Okay? I guess that's all I can, really talk to you about it when it comes to these sigils. I just really want you to understand that, magical symbols, they work. It's a way of having something that somebody looks at it, they have no idea what it is, okay? Because you designed it. It's yours. And it's not going to work for them if they try to copy it because, number one, they don't know what it's for, and it's your energy that went into it. I figured I'd swap the camera around. That way, at least you're not just staring at white pieces of paper on my table. By the way, if you notice my table, it's wonderful. It's one that my husband made me for doing readings on. It is live edge and resin, and he's actually planning on making me another one at some point here with all just live edge. Really excited. Have a great husband. So anyway, back to the sigils. I hope you try these and add them to your magical workings. They really are. They can be a lot of fun. They're, full of intent because you are making this for you. Okay. So let's work on it and, don't share them with people because this is for you. Remember, you can use them any way you need to. If you do a protection one, you can take and put them on the inside of your door. You can put them above the door frame. You can do banishings to put up there. Anything that helps keep you protected. If you're doing, a money spell, something for a raise or to find that perfect job. It doesn't matter what it is, and it can be more than 3 words, just whatever it is that works best for you. Okay. And so write it out. Make it specific. Try not to make it a paragraph, but, several words that state your true intent. And then figure out your method and make your sigils and have fun with it. And just don't forget your focus and your intent, okay? So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I'm sorry I've been kind of lax with videos, but I've been rather busy trying to get my new space worked out and fixed up. I'm still waiting on the weather to break to get the outside painted, and once it gets done, I'll give y'all some pictures of that because I'm really excited about it too. If you would, please click those like buttons and subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell if you want to be notified whenever I make new videos. And for those of you that bought me a coffee, thank you so much. It really helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it. And for those that are interested, the link will be in the description. So until the next time, everyone have a wonderful day and blessed be.